Hey Sagittarius, welcome back. I just sat down with my tarot deck because I needed to see what December is bringing you in love, and honestly what came through is something I was not expecting at all. The cards are showing me this really interesting dynamic where there is actually a divine surprise heading your way, but it comes with a choice that you are going to need to make. So let me just dive straight into what I pulled for you. The first card that came out is the Four of Cups, and this already tells me so much about where you might be right now. You know that feeling when you have been disappointed enough times that you kind of just close yourself off. That is what I am seeing here. You might have been in this space where love has felt repetitive or underwhelming. Maybe you have been on dates that went nowhere, or you have been dealing with someone who could not meet you halfway. There is this energy of emotional withdrawal happening with you right now. You are not necessarily sad. You are just kind of done with the games and the surface level connections. I see you sitting there with your arms crossed thinking, you know what, I am good on my own. I do not need anyone bringing half-hearted energy into my life. And honestly, Sagittarius, I get it. You are a fire sign. You need passion and adventure and depth. And if someone cannot bring that, why would you waste your time? But here's what the Four of Cups is also showing me. While you have been sitting in this protective mode, there is actually an opportunity right in front of you that you might not be seeing clearly. It is like the universe is trying to hand you something new, but you are so guarded right now that you are not even looking up to notice it. This is not about forcing yourself to be open to just anything, but it is about recognizing when something real is trying to come through. December is asking you to pay attention because what is coming is not going to look like what you have experienced before. So then I pulled the Nine of Swords, and oh Sagittarius. This card hit me in the chest because it is showing me the anxiety you have been carrying about love. This is that 3 in the morning energy where you are lying there overthinking everything. You might be replaying past situations, wondering why things did not work out, questioning if you are ever going to find someone who actually gets you. There is a lot of mental stress here, and I can feel that you have been really hard on yourself. Maybe you are thinking about someone from your past and wondering if you made the right choice by walking away. Or maybe you are worried that you are going to end up alone because you have such high standards. But here's what I need you to understand. The Nine of Swords shows up when we are creating worst-case scenarios in our minds that are not based on reality. Your anxiety is valid, your feelings are real, but the stories you are telling yourself about what is possible in love might not be true. You have been through some things that made you cautious, but that does not mean your future has to look like your past. December is going to bring you proof of this. I am seeing that whatever worry has been keeping you up at night is actually going to get resolved in a way you did not expect. Someone or something is going to show up that makes you realize you were stressing over nothing. The universe has not forgotten about you, and the love you want is not as far away as you think it is. Now we have the Queen of Swords coming through, and this is why you are energy right now, Sagittarius. After everything you have been through, you have become so much more discerning about who you let into your world. You are not playing games anymore. You are not tolerating lies or manipulation or people who cannot communicate clearly. This Queen energy is sharp. She sees through nonsense immediately, and she has boundaries that are absolutely non-negotiable. I love this for you because it shows me that you have done the inner work. You know your worth now. You are not desperate for connection. You are selective about it. But here is the thing about the Queen of Swords that people do not always talk about. She can be so focused on protecting herself that she sometimes comes across as cold or unapproachable, even when that is not her intention. I'm getting that some people might have told you that you are too picky or too guarded, and maybe that has gotten in your head a little bit. But listen, there is nothing wrong with having standards. The right person is not going to be intimidated by your clarity. They are going to appreciate it. What I am seeing for December is that you are going to meet someone or reconnect with someone who actually matches this energy. Someone who also values honesty and direct communication. Someone who is not going to play mind games with you. This is going to feel so refreshing because you are finally going to be with someone who speaks your language. Then I pulled the Four of Wands, and suddenly the whole energy of this reading shifted. This card is about celebration, stability, and creating a foundation for something real. After all that heaviness from the first few cards, the Four of Wands is showing me that December is actually bringing you a moment of joy and security in love. This could manifest in a few different ways. If you are single, You might meet someone who very quickly feels like home to you. There's going to be this sense of we just fit together. We do not have to force this, it just works. If you are already in a relationship, you and your person might reach a new level of commitment, or you might celebrate something together that makes your bond even stronger. I am also seeing potential for literal celebrations here. Like maybe you meet someone at a holiday party or a gathering with friends. Or maybe you and someone you care about decide to make things official around the holidays. The Four of Wands has this really warm, happy energy to it, and I feel like after the struggle you have been through, you really deserve this moment of peace and happiness. What I love about this card is that it is not just about temporary fun, it is about building something that lasts. This is foundation energy. This is about creating stability with someone who is actually worthy of your time and energy. Next up is the Page of Wands, and oh, this is exciting. The Page of Wands is all about new beginnings, fresh energy, and passionate communication. Someone is about to come into your world or back into your world with a message for you. This person has fire sign energy. They might be in Aries, Leo, or another Sagittarius, or they just have that enthusiastic, adventurous vibe that you are naturally drawn to. What I am picking up is that this person is going to be very direct about their interest in you. They are not going to play it cool or make you guess how they feel. They are going to shoot their shot, and they are going to do it in a way that catches you off guard. This could be someone sliding into your DMs with a bold message, or someone approaching you in person and just being really upfront about wanting to get to know you. The Page of Wands can also represent you stepping into this energy, where you decide to take a risk and reach out to someone you have been thinking about. Either way, December is bringing new romantic energy that feels exciting and full of potential. This is someone who is going to match your sense of adventure, someone who wants to actually do things with you and experience life together, not just sit around having the same boring conversations. I am seeing travel coming up, or at least plans to travel together. Because this connection is going to have that exploratory vibe that you need. Then we have the King of Cups, and this card is making me emotional because it represents the kind of mature, emotionally available love that you have been wanting. The King of Cups is someone who has mastered their emotions. They are not reactive or unstable. They know how to show up for their partner in a consistent way. This person has depth. They have probably been through their own healing journey, and they understand what it takes to build a healthy relationship. What I am seeing is that you are either going to meet this person in December, or someone you already know is going to step into this King of Cups energy for you. If this is someone you already know, you are going to see a completely different side of them. They are going to open up to you emotionally in a way they have not before, and you are going to realize that this person has been developing real feelings for you. The King of Cups does not play games. He is very intentional about love, so when he shows interest in you, you can trust that it is genuine. This person is going to make you feel safe to be vulnerable again. After everything you have been through, after all the walls you have built, this person is going to create space for you to just be yourself without judgment. They are going to listen to you, support you, and show you through their actions that they are serious about building something real with you. Now I pulled the Star and Sagittarius. This is your divine surprise. The Star is one of the most hopeful cards in the entire tarot deck. It shows up after times of darkness to remind us that healing is possible and that better things are coming. This card is telling me that December is going to restore your faith in love. Whatever disappointment or heartbreak you experienced before, the Star is bringing renewal. You are going to feel hopeful again. You are going to feel like yourself again. I am seeing that you might have lost touch with your natural optimism lately because you have been hurt, but the Star is bringing that spark back. This is also a card about wishes coming true and divine timing. Something you have been hoping for in love is actually going to manifest, but it is going to happen in a way that feels almost magical. You might look back at December and think, wow, the universe really did have a plan for me this whole time. The Star is also connected to Aquarius energy, so you might meet someone with strong Aquarius placements. Or this wish fulfillment could happen around the time when the Sun moves into Aquarius in January. What I love about the Star is that it is not just about external circumstances changing, it is about your internal shift. You are going to heal something within yourself that has been blocking you from receiving love, and once that healing happens, everything else is going to fall into place. The Two of Cups came out next, and honestly, Sagittarius, this is the love card. This is partnership, mutual attraction, emotional connection, to people coming together in harmony. After all the individual cards about your energy and someone else's energy, the Two of Cups is showing me that you are actually going to unite with someone in December. This is a partnership that feels balanced and equal, where both people are bringing the same level of interest and effort. There's going to be this moment where you look at this person and they look at you, and you both just know that something special is happening. The Two of Cups often shows up when there is a soul connection or a relationship that feels fated. This might be someone you have known before in this life or maybe even in a past life, because the recognition between you is going to feel so strong and immediate. I am seeing a lot of deep conversation, a lot of sharing, a lot of I have never told anyone this before kind of moments. This person is going to see you in a way that most people do not, and you are going to see them just as clearly. What makes the Two of Cups so beautiful is that it is about choice. Both people are choosing each other consciously and willingly. This is not about desperation or settling. This is about two whole people deciding to come together and create something even better. December is bringing you this kind of connection, and it is going to feel so right. Next we have the Four of Swords, and this card is really important because it is showing me that before all of this love energy fully manifests, you need to take some time to rest and reflect. The Four of Swords is about pause, meditation, and mental recovery. I am getting that early December might be a time where you need to step back from the dating scene or from overthinking about relationships. You might need to just be alone with your thoughts, journal about what you really want, maybe even do some meditation or energy work to clear out any lingering doubts or fears. This is not a bad thing at all. This is actually necessary preparation. Think of it like this: you cannot receive something new if your hands are still holding onto the old stuff. The Four of Swords is giving you permission to rest and reset before your breakthrough happens. I am also seeing that this rest period might involve some dreams or intuitive downloads about your love life. Pay attention to any dreams you have in early December because your subconscious is trying to tell you something important. You might dream about a person before you actually meet them in real life, or you might get a clear message about what action you need to take. Trust your intuition right now. It is stronger than you realize. And finally, the last card I pulled is the Seven of Wands and Sagittarius. This is your choice card. The Seven of Wands is about standing your ground and defending what matters to you. What I am seeing is that after all this beautiful love energy comes through, you are going to face a decision or a challenge that tests your commitment. This could show up in a few ways. Maybe multiple people are going to be interested in you at the same time, and you are going to have to choose who is actually right for you and who is just a distraction. Or maybe someone from your past is going to try to come back right when you are building something new with someone else. And you are going to have to decide if you are going to give them another chance or if you are going to protect the new connection you are creating. The Seven of Wands can also indicate that other people might have opinions about your love life in December. Friends or family might try to give you advice or tell you what they think you should do, but ultimately this is your decision to make. You know your heart better than anyone else does. What I want you to remember with the Seven of Wands is that standing up for what you want is not selfish, it is necessary. If you know that someone or something is right for you, do not let outside voices make you doubt that. December is going to require you to be brave and to trust yourself completely. The choice you make now is going to set the tone for your entire romantic future. So make sure you are choosing based on what you want, not what other people think you should want. So let me bring all of this together for you, Sagittarius. December is going to be a really significant month for your love life. You are starting out feeling guarded and maybe a little anxious about whether real love is even possible for you. But by the end of the month, you are going to have experienced something that completely changes your perspective. Someone is coming in with King of Cups energy, someone mature and emotionally available who is going to show you what healthy love actually looks like. The Page of Wands is bringing new romantic communication and adventure. And the Star is bringing that divine surprise I mentioned at the beginning. That moment where you realize the universe was setting something up for you this whole time. The Two of Cups confirms that you are going to connect with someone in a really deep and meaningful way. And the Four of Wands shows that this has long-term potential. But here is the thing, you are going to have to make a choice. The Seven of Wands is asking you to stand up for what you want and to protect the good thing that is coming your way. Whether that means choosing between multiple options or defending your relationship against outside opinions or letting go of the past to embrace the future, you are going to have to be brave. The Four of Swords is reminding you to take time to rest and reflect before all of this unfolds so that you are clear about what you truly want. And your Queen of Swords energy is going to serve you really well because you are not going to settle for anything less than what you deserve. I really feel like December is your month, Sagittarius. After everything you have been through, after all the disappointment, and the guarding your heart, and the wondering if love is even worth it, you are about to get your answer. And that answer is why yes, it is worth it, and why yes, it is coming for you. Trust the process, trust your intuition, and most importantly, trust that you are worthy of the kind of love that the cards are showing me.